Alright troops, and welcome back to the dawn of world sports. I am the Donfather, and I'm now going to be reacting to a current hockey player in the NHL known as Tom Wilson. And this video that I'm reacting to was actually a request, so thanks very much for that. And it's called All Tom Wilson Big Hits and Fights from 2019-20 season so far, which could possibly be full stop, to be honest with you. We're not too sure if it'll get back up and going again. By the looks of things right now, I highly doubt it. Anyway, he's a player that plays for Washington Capitals. Not someone I'm very familiar with. I haven't really seen too much of his stuff, but what's good about it is somebody with a great highlight reel from the current era right now in terms of fights and big hits. Usually when I'm reacting to those sorts of things, it's people who have played the game in the past and since retired. So it's quite refreshing on that front that we're still getting good highlight reels of aggressive players. Everybody knows who's been watching my channel that I really enjoy the more physical aspect of the sport, and apparently Tom Wilson epitomises that. So anyway, no more talking, let's go!
With a lot of words for one another.
I'm not sure who he's gubbing at, Rangers, but oh, lovely shoulder charge. Just standing his ground beautifully there. He's completely lost it there, and the opposing fans are torturing him.
The chatter behind the scenes between Wilson, the Sharks bench, Joe Thornton.
The Maple Leafs carry the puck.
Oh my word, what a hit! He came straight through him as he's leaning down and bulldozed him down.
Shoots the puck back in.
Lovely hit.
Bulldozed by Tom Wilson.
Oh!
They won't see each other again till the end of March 2020.
Bang!
Wilson's going to get it, yep. Now he's going to be challenged. Fencing at center.
Here we go. Oh, no fight. Smashed him straight into the glass. Bang! That's what I love about hockey. You don't even need to make any attempt to go for the puck. You just go straight at the man.
I'm surprised
unbelievable. What a hit that was as well.
Hear that all the way up, 6 stories high.
And then this little bump by Kemeny, and Marchand throws back.
Brad Marchand, I've covered him, one of the dirtiest players in the sport. Maybe Wilson gives him what's coming to him. I'm not too sure.
Corrali almost gets his head taken off. You know, when you play with a guy like Tom Wilson,
he's hit his own player. It's like he's cleaned the Bruins, man. I wasn't Bruins there. I was
but he also
Bruins.
likes to make a lot of big body contact, colliding in open ice.
He's a bit annoyed with himself there that he's missed the target. Lovely. Smash. How many of these hits result in a penalty against them?
On Brett Howden, he goes to make the play.
Love that.
Wants to see it.
Absolutely smash him. Just sort of lifts up his upper body
Wilson and Brendan Lemieux.
and his arm and his shoulder and drives it through the opponent. Here we go. This is the first fight of the video. See what he's all about. Nice body shot there coming from the Rangers player.
So the threat was sweet.
Lovely hit over the top of the arm. Bang! Caught him on the side. Actually, he's getting a bit of his ass handed to him in that fight, I must admit. As big a hitter as he is, he didn't do as good as the Rangers player there in that particular fight.
Ovechkin with a cross check on Lemieux. Wilson runs into him. And
Lemieux's up. Body shot. Body shot. Body shot. Wilson's struggling to find his feet. Right over the top again. Maybe that was the same fight, is it? Just from a different angle. Lovely aggression.
Each other all game long. Every time they've come to the bench, there's been a verbal exchange. So not.
Maybe there's no love lost between Lemieux and Wilson. I'm not too sure. Both players struggling to find their balance. And what a wild A lot of wild throws. Chara is it for the Bruins. A lot of wild punches getting thrown there. No real accuracy in any of them. They just couldn't quite find their balance there when they were trying to fight. One thing's apparent, he's certainly game for a scrap. There's no doubt about that. He just smashed the opposing player over into the bench. Of his own team, I think it was actually. Into the Capitals bench.
Gavrikov creamed there.
Creamed.
This one towards the empty cage. The gloves are off. Yep, it's Savard and Wilson throwing punches.
I always think to myself, why aren't they taking the helmet straight off? You're more likely to surely bust your hand on somebody's helmet. Take the helmets off.
And remember, only one linesman. And that's why the official's going to have to be...
Not a lot of pace in any of the shots or real power. One thing I will say, he seems to be quite an awkward fighter. He's not the most natural a fighter from the fights I've seen so far. But he definitely is game to have one. He's certainly more accurate with his hitting, taking people out.
Right in the midsection, not much protection there. And Wilson coming again.
Oh, here we go. Smacked him straight in the throat as he wasn't expecting it. Defend yourself at all times. Wilson straight in. Somebody else is getting involved. Here we go, look at this. Everybody's jumping in. I actually thought that was quite cheap from the Bruins there. Quite cheap, quite a dirty shot when he wasn't expecting it, and when he went to retaliate, other Bruins players have piled in. To be fair, Wilson
already under their belt.
was only defending himself.
By Wilson as this is snapped wide.
Here's the hit coming across.
Bang!
There it is.
No! Show! Not pass!
That's as clean as day.
Beautiful.
And that is a
Smashes him at the next week.
And that's exactly what happened. Nice play by Wilson.
Lilia joining him out wide. Jacob Lilia.
Oh, creamed!
Wilson.
He might not get up after that hit, Joe.
Creamed!
Getting in the face of Wilson. Lilia dazed and confused on the backboards.
Some of these hits, I mean, you can't underestimate how brutal they are. Even some of the ones that maybe don't look that bad potentially could cause the most damage depending on where you get hit. Look at that, he's just literally stood his ground and just let... Don't know what he's done wrong there, and everybody's fucking piled in. Oh, smashed him. As again, no, it's the Penguins that played this time. He's definitely got a good highlight reel when it comes to hitting opponents. He just kind of lifts himself into the hit. There we go, got him circled up here. Bang! Absolutely sandwiches him between himself and the glass. Bang! Crushed him like a freaking pancake.
Wilson with a big hit on Raffle, and Raffle went right back at Wilson, and then did the old wishbone move right between the legs with his stick, and now Wilson with Thompson. Wilson comes over to defend his...
There must be something about Wilson that when other players get involved with him, it seems to be a huge pile-up of players. This is another fight here. Let's see how well he does here. A little bit better balance. He's not great balance when he's fighting. He seems to be all over the place. It's very, very unnatural, unorthodox.
Hit looked a lot worse than, than it was, so to speak.
Although Thompson in that fight was probably worse.
Wilson takes a run at Giroux. And now is that Haig that jumped in there on Wilson?
Yeah. It's Haig, they dropped the gloves. From Wilson and Flyers defenseman Robert Haig.
That was a bit better technique and skill there in that fight.
Wilson put on Giroux. From my vantage point, it didn't look like it was much body on body. It was more maybe a leg whip by Wilson.
He's definitely powerful. You can see the strength in him. There's not as much snap in his punches as some other fighters that I've covered. But what I have to give him credit for, that's the end of the video, what I have to give Tom Wilson credit for there is, he absolutely is game for anyone. Anybody that comes over and wants a bit of him, he's straight in and up for the challenge. And you've got to respect that. He's not afraid to give someone a fight if they're fucking looking at, you know what I mean? His hits were definitely the more impressive thing of the two out of the hits and the fights. I would say he's certainly somebody that causes a lot of carnage with the hits that he's doing up against the glass. And the ones that basically, the thing that I noticed about the style in which he hits people, he sort of lifts his diaphragm, his chest up, and his shoulders and his arms, and sort of lifts into the hit, causing players to come kind of off their feet and off balance and knocking them straight over. Also, when somebody's looking to take him out, he's very strong, he's got good centre of gravity, he can ride the challenge and lean into it and actually reverse the hit on the player coming at him. Great strength on the ice. One thing I was saying on the fighting side of it, it is kind of unorthodox. It's really quite difficult to see what kind of a fighter he is. It doesn't have that natural balance that you see with the better fighters in the sport. Don't know if it's to do with the players that he's actually fighting against, if they're not natural either, because that could cause you to lose balance. If they're not natural fighters as well, with the way they're gripping, I'd imagine it would make it a little bit more wobbly and make it that slight bit difficult, bit more difficult, sorry, to unload bombs on them. But certainly somebody, for a modern day player, it's great to see, it's refreshing to see someone that's game for the physical aspect of the sport. That's what I love about the sport, and it's good to see that tradition is still continuing, albeit maybe not just as frequently as you would have seen in the past, but it's certainly there. The game has got a hell of a lot faster, it's a lot quicker, it's a lot more technical, it's probably a lot more highly skilled as well. And I think with the way the NHL's tried to approach hockey to try and allow the modern day players to express themselves and play the game and get rid of these old school enforcers, but which allows other players to step up and fight and defend themselves. Not big hitters, big heavyweight fighters if you like, but just everyone right there then at the time, just fight and allow normal players to defend themselves at all times if you like. It does kind of take away a little bit from that explosive fighting that I do like, but certainly for the spectacle of the sport, there's no denying that the speed in which these guys are playing the game, like some of the players that I've covered in the modern era right now, are frighteningly good players. I've covered quite a few right now that have kind of blown me away actually with how good they are. So you've got to take the positives with the negatives. Maybe the game's been played a little bit better than what it was, but certainly in terms of the fighting and the big hits, maybe just not as good as what it was as well. But all in all, great video. Certainly somebody that I'm going to look out for in the future because of the kind of character he is, and you all know that I like players like this. So thanks very much for the request, really do appreciate it. If anybody's got anything else they'd like to see me reacting to, or an event in hockey history, or a game that you'd like to see me covering, please feel free to drop a comment in the section below, that would be fantastic. Also in the description section below, as always, you'll see the link to the original video and my social media platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. Go ahead and give us a follow there, that would be fantastic too. Also, if you can afford it, please check out our Patreon. It really would help if you could become a patron. It would help us produce better quality videos and also help our family fulfill our dream of bringing our bringing our channels to these places. We're going to Australia, and possibly in the not too distant future we'll come to North America and do some vlogging trips of the hockey as well. Thanks very much everyone, that was Tom Wilson, really good watch. Thanks very much, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.